and ideals, I feel, I was very moved by Lee, actually, and the former soldier, because he is here at this conference, and that's something unique that you see a soldier working for the state speaking at the anti-extremism, anti-violence conference like this, because they're not usually recognized as a threat to peace, even though that's the job as a soldier. Instead, we have usually former extremists and people working for various other militant groups. So that was really cool to see that Lee was invited here to speak as a former British soldier.
The gentleman from Israel and the gentleman from Palestine, because they are founder members of Combatants for Peace. And being a member of Veterans for Peace myself, who's involved in dialogue between former opposing combatants, I know how powerful that is. I also know of the pressures that can be involved in doing it, in stepping outside of the normal narrative, and how stressful and brave that kind of decision is. Combatants for Peace as an organisation are very much an organisation that are at the forefront of my own mind as I meet combatants that I was formerly opposed to. So they are quite an example to me and very, very inspiring, especially to see them together like that.
Ideals, I feel.
Yeah, well, I thought Omar had the most inspiring story, like such a turnaround in his life, but I thought Kai was a very inspiring speaker.
I really enjoyed John Ball's story, and I think it's just amazing how he managed to forgive his friend for killing his family members. I think if he can do that, then anyone can do that.
Work makes it even more powerful. Every single story by itself could be a favourite, but it's the fact that it work makes it even more powerful. Every
ideals, I feel.
One thing that the talk that I would take the most from was actually the one from the neo-Nazi, and how he highlighted the fact that it was the underlying causes that led him to neo-Nazism, and it was just a cycle of violence and positive feedback from that violence, how violence led to more violence, and it was only through, and the more powerful thing about it though was how he highlighted that even though he was violent, people around him were showing him love, and it was that love that took seed within him that eventually helped lead him out of that violence. And I think that is something that he greatly underestimated, that when we are confronted with violence, we need to respond to it with love and with caring. And only by doing that will we end violence.
Ideals, I feel.
The answer is I don't, because the sum of them together is what makes it even more powerful. Every single story by themselves could be a favourite, but it's the fact that they're all together. It shows you no matter where you're coming from, it's not for rich people, it's not just for poor people, it's not just for white, black, religious, non-religious, educated or not, it's for anybody who actually wants to do it. And so the fact that all the stories came from different walks of life and different conflicts shows that at every level of conflict it is a viable alternative. So it's the sum of all of them together, which is how I see it. That's what made it so good. Yeah.
Ideals, I feel.